Cop questions. Jasmine from Santa Barbara says that I cherry pick my questions only to make cops look good. Why don't I answer a tough question? Have you ever arrested somebody who was innocent? And if so, how did you and your corrupt buddies cover it up? Okay, great question. And apparently I don't cherry pick. So yes, I did arrest a guy who was innocent. And let me explain what happened. I had a burglary in progress at an apartment building. Victim was beaten by a white male in his 40s. As I was pulling up to the apartment complex, saw the suspect fleeing, chased him for a while. We jumped over a bunch of fences, eventually got him. We brought the victim to the show-up site because we don't bring the people there, we bring the victim to us. I got the guy in handcuffs, we stand him up. The victim looks at him, says yes, makes a positive ID. I make the arrest, same outfit, same everything. So one of my officers, doing a really good job, I asked him to make sure you find me more witnesses for my report so my arrest can stick in court. Because, you know, you make an arrest based on probable cause, but the more evidence you can bring with you to court, the more witnesses, more people who watched the suspect beat the guy, the better your chances are of getting conviction. So one of my veteran officers was canvassing the apartment complex, found out that there was security video, and even better, we'd get video of the incident, the guy beating up the victim and stealing his wallet. So when they watched the video, suspect looked exactly like my guy, except for one thing. He had tattoos on one of his arms. My guy that I had in custody at the station didn't have tattoos. So I interviewed the guy who fled from me. I explained to him what was going on. And I asked him, well, why did you run when you saw me? So he said, look, I'm on probation. I was there dating some guy's wife that her husband's not home. I thought you guys were looking for me. That's why I took off, but I didn't rob anybody. And lo and behold, I mean, it was true. He didn't. That time he was innocent. So what did I do? What we're told is if you, I don't know if the word accidentally, but if you take somebody into custody, you arrest them, you try to make them whole. That's what the law is saying. What does whole mean is you try to get them back to the place that you removed them from as soon as possible. He didn't have any injuries, he didn't have anything. And I just wrote up the report, and I think the Detective Bureau followed up, and a couple of weeks later, they caught the actual suspect. But there's your answer. Yes, I've arrested a man who was innocent. I took away his freedom. I took him to the station, and evidence was brought in that proved that he was innocent, and we let him go. We brought him back to exactly where we found him, and we let him go. So wrote up a report detailing it. Why? He matched the description. The victim stated that we did a show-up. We call it a show-up instead of a lineup. Victim stated that that was the person. He wrote us a sworn affidavit that that was the person who robbed him, and ended up not being him. So you do the best you can. You know, a road patrolman, we make arrests based on probable cause. A detective is supposed to make arrests on that he can get a conviction in court or beyond a reasonable doubt that he'll get a conviction. So the bar is a lot higher because a road patrolman doesn't have 2 weeks to investigate a crime. You know, we basically do it in a few hours and try to figure out if that's the suspect, and if so, and there's more likely than they did it than they didn't, we make the arrest, and this way they can have their day in court. So there you go.